pinwheel, and action.
A short time ago, from a screen far, far away. It is a dark time for the Sons of Screens. Although the Star Wars drought has gone on for 19 episodes, the Colonel has driven the Sons of Screens away from their comfort zone and pursued the Star Wars galaxy. This is the Sons of Screens, and I don't know. I gave it a shot. This is
that was fantastic. That was amazing, buddy.
This is the Colonel. My co-host, Mr. Andrew Fay, is over there on the other side of the screen next to me. This week we are doing an episode of our Mount Rushmore of Star Wars characters. Mm-hmm. I'm curious how your characters are going to go. Andrew, how do you feel about tonight's episode?
Well, after hearing that intro, I can tell that you've been clamoring for something Star Wars. But you didn't want to do the movies yet, but you just want to do something wars.
Wars, bro.
And this was a great idea, though, with the fucking Mount Rushmore characters. It really made me do a deep thought here, and I think my 4 Mount Rushmores are pretty interesting. I don't know if you'll agree with them or not. We'll see, but.
That's the thing.
I have my reasons. I have an explanation on each one of them. So
that's the thing about your Mount Rushmore. It doesn't have to be mine. It's yours.
Mm-hmm. And any other Star Wars fans out there, I hope you fucking completely disagree and comment down below if you do, because I want to see the argument. And I will debate you.
Subscribe if you comment,
sir and ma'am. Or if I prove you wrong, you have to subscribe and send us $5.
How do they do that? I didn't even know we had a way to do that.
There's a way. My Cash App is what is my Cash App?
I don't even know.
Pay all day 27.
I got Venmo, bro.
Oh, you got the Venmo, bro. Either way, it's not fucking PayPal, because PayPal charges out the ass for fucking.
Even on the Friends thing, like Friends and Family, they didn't used to charge. They started charging for that? They kind of figured out everybody was just doing that.
I've never heard of the Friends and Family thing, so I don't know.
Oh, well, all right.
I've always just paid the extra fucking fees.
Of course you have.
Right, like when I was paying somebody for Frightmare, I gave them a big sum to pay my share of the room, and its fucking charges on that was like $30. I was like, God damn. Mm-hmm. I was like, PayPal, go eat a dick.
So for those that are just tuning in, you'll notice that Andrew is wearing his OKC Thunder stuff tonight instead of his Star Wars stuff tonight, like I am, because the Thunder did play Game 4 tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, and my Star Wars shirts, I need to upgrade my shirts into larger sizes because all my Star Wars stuff are a little too small. And then while we're recording this, it's also Friday the 13th on June 13th. So I also had a Jason shirt that I had going on. But again,
it's also Jason's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he would have been 79 today. R.I.P., sir.
And now the only way to see him is to go to that lake over wherever they have him buried, a cement statue of him buried at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah. And people might find it controversial that I said R.I.P. to Jason Voorhees because he murdered a lot of kids, but he's still a legend, man. They deserved it. Yeah, they had premarital sex and smoked marijuana and all sorts of stuff.
Well, yeah. All right. So, I mean... I tried a new go at the intro. What did you think?
Oh, that was fantastic. It was good.
I was trying to think of something fun since we're doing Star Wars, and I know we both like Empire, so I went and got the Empire crawl and I changed it up a little bit.
Yeah. It's a nice twist, and this was a good idea of your theme of a show too, with the Mount Rushmore stuff like that. And it's not movies; it's characters. And that was a fantastic intro because you involved the show, and we over 19 episodes deep now, and we haven't. I mean, we've mentioned Star Wars, but we haven't talked Star Wars. So.
But and the reason I knew it was 19 is because we are one less than what I have written down.
Nice.
But since I brought up Empire, that brings me right into our random beer of the week. So I went today and I was looking for some beers, and I sent you the picture earlier. I was like, why didn't they have this beer last week? Because I found a beer this week that would have been perfect for last week's episode of the Thunder stuff, because I found a Thunder Crunch, but that wasn't there last week. So the
ingredients look delicious.
So this week I decided to go with a little bit of a play.
Empire of the Sun. That's weird.
Well, so I mean, you got the Empire in Star Wars. You got the Crimson Sun also in Star Wars, which is in shit that you're not gonna know because it was the cartoon stuff with Darth Maul and him being all craziness and getting his mech legs, as we call them. So
I watched the majority of the animated series, but I never finished any of them, I don't think.
So you got to see Maul come out of the garbage with his mechanical legs, like his
Because I love me some Darth Maul, and when I heard he was alive and stuff like that, I backtracked and caught up on episodes just to see him come back with his fucking weird spider legs. I was like, hey, Darth Maul.
So we'll get back to Darth Maul in a little bit because I really thought they were going to bring him back into live action after Solo, but Kathleen Kennedy fucked
not yet.
That. So the Empire of the Sun is I can't even read this shit. It's an 8.2. Yep, 8.2% alcohol. It's 1 pint. It is the Empire of the Sun. So we're going to give it a shot.
Does it give any flavor hints or what kind of beer it is or anything?
Oh, it probably does, but the words are written in 6-point font, so I'm not even going to try to read them at this point.
Fair enough.
But it's a double IPA. I do know that.
While you smell your beer, I do have one outer space beer that I've been saving for a situation like this.
All right.
And it's called Hypernova Wormhole. This is what it's called.
Okay, all right.
Dig
it. I dig it.
Hypernova Worm. That's a
hyper
mouthful.
Is it a hyper or a hyper?
Hypernova Wormhole. I have to really slow myself down to fucking pronounce it. It's a hazy India Pale Ale, so you wouldn't like it, but we'll see if I do.
I've had so many pale ales since we started.
India Pale Ales are the ones that always kick you in the dick.
But they're IPAs, and I literally haven't had a whole lot of trouble with those in the last.
Oh yeah, IPA, India Pale. Yeah, I'm retarded.
Remember, the producer told me to think about the initials of the India Pale Ale whenever I was talking about. Oh, this India Pale Ale tastes like hops.
Yeah. Well, this is 6.9%. Hey, that's a good number. 6.9,
especially since we've probably had a few earlier watching the Thunder kick the shit out of the Pacers.
All right. Well, what is 6.9? A good thing ruined by a period? Have you ever heard that joke?
I have not heard that.
Well, there you go.
I'll let you have that one. We'll move on.
69, dude.
Hey, some people like strawberry jam.
Speaking of jam.
Okay. Go.
The breaking news this week that I know that you heard. Since you live under a rock, I was trying to say the news because I wasn't sure if you heard the fucking news or not, but I know you have heard. But Spaceballs 2 is happening.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking 98-year-old Mel Brooks announced
he's going to come back as yogurt.
As yogurt. He's about to turn 99, and the movie's not coming out for another 2 years. I'm like, you guys need to at least record
it's going to be another 2 years before that came. He might be dead.
Yeah, 2027 is the release of the movie.
All right.
So they need to at least record the yogurt shit first.
I have been told that I need to watch the trailer,
the teaser trailer. You haven't watched it?
Whatever it is. Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Oh, you'll love it. It's good.
So I was at work and I saw you post something about it. And I was like, this looks kind of like a Spaceballs thing. And then I have crap internet at work, so it froze up, and so I went back and came back to it, and it was gone. I was like, well,
it's an awesome open crawl like Star Wars.
okay.
And it goes on and it's explaining about how these other movies have all these sequels and how Star Wars had sequels, prequels to sequels, sequels to prequels. It just kept going on.
So it keeps going on like the ship does at the beginning of Spaceballs.
Yeah. And then they said, but after 38 years, and the scroll finishes, and then we get Mel Brooks. He's like, we've been listening to the fans. We want to know what the fans want. But instead of what the fans want, we decided to do Spaceballs 2. And then that's the Schwartz Awakens.
I do love me some Mel Brooks. He it doesn't matter what movie he makes, even controversial movies, which is what he's best at.
I just think it's insane that he was as animated as he was in this trailer. Like, he's clearly sitting in a wheelchair because he's 98 fucking years old.
He's 98,
but he's still Mel Brooks, and he's reprising his role.
So
as Joker, and
I think I heard that the Rick Moranis and Bill Pullman are going to come back as the two main characters. Right?
This will be Rick Moranis' first movie since he retired back in the 90s. Nice. Yeah, that's what made my pants tighter. I was like, oh, they even got Rick Moranis to come out of retirement to reprise his role as Dark Helmet. I'm like, I am in.
I'm curious what he looks like now, because like nobody's seen him in 20 years.
He's done a recent interview. He's still Rick Moranis, just gray.
Fair enough.
He still looks exactly like Gray. I mean, because if people don't know, the reason why he retired is because he just wanted to raise his kids. And I might be wrong, but one of them might have been in special needs, maybe, or something like that.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if you feel like acting is taking away from your family time and time with kids, I applaud anybody that will step away.
And Rick Moranis was already a legend when he fucking retired. So, like, cool. Collect your money, collect your fucking royalties.
Right.
You don't have to work another day in your life.
I bet he's still getting royalties off of some of those movies, because that was back whenever they gave royalties to the actors instead of just paying them outright to do the movie.
But I'm guessing when you have 98, almost 99-year-old Mel Brooks calling you up, say, hey, we're going to do Spaceballs too. And he's like,
let's do it.
Let's do it. And Bill Pullman's back in it, and everybody else is dead, so we're not going to have a lot. Ooh, what about Daphne? Or that girl.
I have not heard if Daphne's going to be in it. So I actually looked it up on IMDb today, and since it's in pre-production, you have to be an IMDb Pro member to be able to see it, and I am not a Pro member, so I couldn't see anything on it.
I saw 3 cast news. It was the 2 originals, and they brought in somebody new, but I can't remember who it was. It wasn't somebody that blew me away, I guess. But
what was the name of your beer, by the way? I didn't get that written down.
You're gonna make me say it again. Hypernova Wormhole.
Got it.
And I just took my first drink, and it's probably one of the best IPAs I've ever had.
Hey, I've had some good IPAs. Like, IPAs are, for me, very hit and miss, because if you get too much hops in it, I'm not gonna like it. But
like, it's definitely got the flavor of an IPA, but it's not like fucking punch you in the mouth strong. It's like, it's smooth. I'm digging this. I'm digging this outer space Hypernova Hypernova Wormhole. That's a hell of a fucking dude.
I got a Hypernova taint right here.
Yeah. Tastes like the taint of Sydney Sweeney.
Well, did you see she's selling bathwater now?
That's why he used her name, because she's been selling her bathwater. I'm like, there's a splash of Sydney Sweeney bathwater in here. And the soap. That soap sold out in under a minute.
Yeah. Probably just like Gwyneth Paltrow's candle.
Vagina candle? Oh, it's still available. You can still buy that.
So she made more of it than... Yeah. We won't get into that.
She responded to the backlash of it, and she's like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And I'm like, well, not everybody wants to smell your vagina, Gwyneth Paltrow.
But there's enough weirdos out there that want to. Like, that just makes me think of, like, the guy that was in front of us at Alicia Weir's line at Frightmare. Like, that just makes me think it's
he has like 5 of those candles.
right?
He
He's
has
got
like
5 of those candles. He's probably got a whole gallon of that bath water. I mean,
and then he's gonna write a fucking 5-page report on like how delicious it smells or whatever.
right? Like he's gonna write her a love letter to give it to her.
Mm-hmm. While adding in that he's a voice actor.
I'm a voice actor at some college, and blah 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 blah. that made that
sport of that guy if he wouldn't have been so creepy for a fucking 15-year-old. You know,
that was literally the most awkward line I've ever been in my life.
I know 99% of the time when you get in line TFW, you make friends because you just talk to people around you while you're waiting, and they're usually very fucking cool. Correct. Unfortunately, you got stuck in the line with the guy that was really fucking weird and creepy.
Like I was like keeping my eyes out in case he tried to pull something weird.
Yeah. I was just trying to talk to you, and he started showing me his fucking book of the multiple pages that he wrote to her and stuff like that.
Where he drew a picture of all her fucking performances.
Guarantee you, Alicia Weir's dad just fucking chucked that right in the fucking can.
No. Absolutely, as he should.
I would have, yeah. I'd fucking chuck that shit right in the trash can.
Yeah. So,
there's no reason for that.
We have a Mount Rushmore to talk about tonight.
Right.
I know we're going to get to that later, but
I'm sure you want to talk some
I'm curious about
mentions.
I'm curious about some of the honorable mentions that you had leading up to your Mount Rushmore. Like who are some of the people that you considered for your Mount Rushmore that didn't make the cut?
One of them is Jar Jar. It absolutely is Jar Jar. Sorry, producer, but I mean, like, I'm not saying that to even piss her off, but Jar Jar, because like he was introduced in episode 1, and that was his main movie.
Yep.
He was in there purposely to entertain the kids. Because while we're pleasing the older generation, we also want to bring in a younger generation too, and he's the comedic relief for the kids. And I was part of the older generation, but he still cracked me up. Like, I thought he was funny.
There's also that theory out there that he was the main protagonist from George Lucas, that they did not decide to continue that.
Right. Well, that's why he's an honorable mention too, is because the guy that voice acted him, Ahmed Best, he got a lot of shit for it, a lot of death threats and stuff like that too.
Really?
It was just fucking stupid, yeah. But as the next generation came in, he got his flowers. They even put him in the Mandalorian series. He was the Jedi that saved Grogu when Order 66 happened.
Okay, nice.
I'm pretty sure you watched the series. Yeah, the black guy that fucking
I didn't know that. Grogu. I didn't know that was Jar Jar.
Yep, that's Jar Jar.
Nice.
And I felt bad for that guy, so like props to Jon Favreau and stuff like that for putting him in there. You know,
hell yeah.
He didn't deserve
the Star Wars experience better than being the Jar Jar.
Yeah, his personal he lived years for just being put to shame because he was Jar Jar Binks, and he sounded like what a black guy would sound like in the Star Wars world, which was a lot of
that. So the producer the producer just put a great comment on what she feels about Jar Jar. Me's a Jar Jar. Me's a dumbass.
Still funny, even if you would have said that. I would have cracked up. The numb tongue. I fucking love the numb tongue.
Well, and what's funny is like at the beginning, or like right when we meet Jar Jar, they talk about him being stupid, and he's like, "Well, I spec." Well, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Well, and his clumsiness during that fucking battle in episode 1 was actually good.
Right.
His clumsiness did good things.
Yep.
Even though he was kind of the instigator on bringing in the Empire in episode 2.
Yeah, he's the one that gave Palpatine the powers. So.
Mm-hmm. But
he's
just so stupid. It's like
it all leads into the theory that I will not bring up here because I've been told not to, but check out the Darth Jar Jar theory.
The Darth Jar Jar theory. Okay. What about you, sir? What's an honorable mention for you?
So I don't want to go right into my honorable mention. I do want to bring up Willrow Hood, though.
Who the fuck is that?
So Willrow Hood is the guy on Bespin that's running through, like whenever they're all freaking out and they're all running through there, to tell you how much they had to just grab shit and make props out of it. He's the one running through Bespin with a ice cream maker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a deep dive.
I don't know the best way to find a way. Like, if I can find a way to enlarge my screen here.
That's like me going, that's like me putting Bosk in my fucking Mount Rushmore. Like, so random and just fucking out there.
Like, Wilbur Hood gained a following. It was great. And I don't have a good way to pull it up right now because I didn't save it off. But like,
so did Pancake Face. But
so I guess what I would say, one of my first honorable mentions is going to be Boba Fett.
Ah, the Fett Meister.
One of the most infamous bounty hunters in the galaxy.
I would like a little overrated in my opinion. I would say he kind of went out like a bitch in the OG movies.
Well, kind of, but then he also,
I think why he was popular is because he looked cool. He looked fucking badass.
But he also survived the pit, the Sarlacc pit, because.
And I was expecting that Book of Boba Fett show that they did to just show how he escaped. They really didn't show he escaped. He just fucking escaped.
Well, yeah, he survived and got his way. Well, it did a little bit. Like, I don't remember exactly how he got out. Yeah, either way, but like
it was more of a precursor to the next season of Mandalorian was the Book of Boba Fett. I would say.
Correct. Like it was like Mandalorian 2.5 or something like that.
There you go. Like the Jackass movies, they had the 2.5, the 3.5.
Right. So like
I just compared Book of Boba Fett to Jackass.
Like Boba Fett historically in Star Wars is relevant, is what I'll say.
Like they say in Fanboys, all style, no substance. You know, he looks cool as fuck. Jango Fett was cool. He put up a big old battle with Obi.
I know, and Boba Fett was a direct clone of Jango Fett. No alterations.
Although that little kid that acted as Boba Fett, he annoyed me when he says "fire." Like I was like, "You're a little too breathy on your fire."
Fire.
Like, obviously, I've critiqued the Star Wars movies. I didn't know if you
noticed absolutely, we all have. Well, we both have. I assume we all have. Like, come on now.
Nice.
Did you have any other honorable mentions that you wanted to throw out there? Because I have a few.
I did, but right now I need you to do your signature. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And we are right back.
Hey! So, did you give your honorable mention?
No, my next honorable, my last honorable mention will be Han Solo.
Okay, fair enough.
Han Solo is not in my like I appreciate the love for Han Solo, and Harrison Ford is a fucking Billy badass, but then some of his decisions throughout the movies come like,
Yep.
Like you could have went a different direction there.
Agreed.
And then the Solo movie, it was a good movie, but I think it should have been different when it's Han fucking Solo. You know,
I really liked the Solo movie, and I really thought they were going to bring Darth Maul back into the live action and bring him back as fucking mech legs Darth Maul. And then
they brought him as a hologram.
Kathleen Kennedy fucked off the Star Wars series, and they decided to not do any more movies because they had a trilogy set up for Solo.
Kathleen Kennedy's been 86 though, so get hyped for any new Star Wars.
Maybe we'll get that Solo finish because they brought Maul back in that post-credit scene, and I want Maul in some more live action.
Or even just give me a Darth Maul OG fucking movie. Like, I'm down for that. Maybe not a movie because I don't think that would draw the numbers that they want, but maybe like a mini series on like Disney Plus or something.
Yep.
That'd be fucking cool. With Ray Park, that'd be cool. But yeah, with Han Solo though, I mean, yeah, I know he's a beloved character. I always think of fanboys. No one calls Han Solo a bitch. I appreciate all the brute people out there that love
when they're out there giving
Han
shit
Solo.
to the Trekkies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he is badass. But like for me personally, though, like I'm glad him and Leia fell in love and everything, but he just never really got me going. Yeah, fist pump.
Yeah,
but I appreciate the character. So
I don't like how they didn't have them living happily ever after in the follow-on
in the sequel trilogy. Yeah,
which I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. Like he's a smuggler. He's just untamable. But him and Leia were perfect, and they fucked that up in the sequel trilogy.
Right. So yeah. Han Solo is my other honorable mention. What's your last honorable mention before we get into Mount Rushmore here?
My last honorable mention is going to be another bounty hunter by the name of Cad Bane.
Ah, that motherfucker. I know exactly who you're talking about on that one.
So Cad Bane was the one that put the dent in Boba Fett's helmet. So Boba Fett was the clone of a Mandalorian who's like, that's why he's one of the badass bounty hunters. The Mandalorians are by design fighters and just very good at fighting. And Cad Bane is the only person that ever got the best of Boba Fett.
If I would have done a deeper dive, Cad Bane would have been one of my honorable mentions too. There's just something about that character, like he's just so grimacing and just.
He's the gunslinger of Star Wars.
Exactly, he's that Wild West fucking gunslinger of Star Wars. So and I'm glad that they put him in live action in the Mandalorian series.
Like, don't get me wrong, I have about 15 to 20 other honorable mentions, but I think Boba Fett and Cad Bane are the two that
needs to be mentioned.
Yes.
They need to be brought up on this episode.
Correct. Yep.
Hell yeah. I love that pick. All
right. So before we get into our Mount Rushmores, what do you rate your beer, sir?
You know what? I want more of these. And I've been a little too tight and strict on my fucking beer ratings. This is my first 5, brother.
Oh, we're going to give a Miss Davis to a Hypernova Wormhole.
Yeah, a 5 Miss Davis. A half Miss Davis.
Well, Mrs. but our beer ratings are half. So, like, if you you can't give a 10 to a beer, you can only give a 5. So.
No, it's a Mrs. Davis because she's married, but so she's forbidden fruit, so it's like a 5 instead of 10.
So she's only a half instead of a full.
Yeah, like it's dirty to fucking hook up with her, but I'm still gonna do it.
Oh God, Andrew. All right, so my beer rating for the Empire of the Sun. It really had a hoppy flavor the entire way through, which I'm not surprised. I mean, it's an India Pale Ale. It didn't have an overpowering flavor. It just tasted like hops. I didn't get anything other than hops.
Nothing unique to it.
Yeah, like it literally just tasted a hoppy beer to me. So it gets a 2.5 for me. Like it literally, nothing outstanding from it. Nothing debilitating from it. It's just 2.5.
Like I know I've been complaining about having been given 5 a beer, and this is not like a charity case. Like this is like the best IPA I've ever fucking had. It's really good. Hypernova Wormhole. It's so smooth, but yet still IPA. It's fucking weird to explain, but it's fucking good. I wish I had another one.
All right. So
before we jump into our Mount Rushmores, I want to do my slate.
It's time for the slate.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, here I got you. I think.
Okay, because my mouse is dead. So, Honestly, episode 19, I said, take her away because
Take her away.
she's
Haha.
part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. You know, from A New Hope.
Yeah. Take her away.
And then I drew a BB-8.
That's a great BB-8 drawing.
You like that?
I do.
It was like a random quick one, and I put the lines to make it look like he's flying down.
I really like it. That's a good BB-8 drawing.
It's pretty good BB-8, huh? Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. And the date is 5/25/1977.
Release date of A New Hope.
Of A New Hope. Yep. The sound, of course, is beep boop. Beep boop. I couldn't get creative with the production company, so I just went and straight up did Lucasfilm.
Hey, fair enough.
But with my director, I went R2D2, but I spelled it out like a name. It's R2.
Nice.
G2.
I like it.
Yeah, I might fucking knock somebody up just so I can name them that. R2D2. That spelling.
You got to get with somebody first.
I know, right? And then the cameraman is a probe droid.
You would love a probe droid at this point.
Oh, let's not even talk about what I would just accept as a sexual thing these days.
All right, so I'm gonna give my first Mount Rushmore first, just because.
Okay.
You kind of gave it away last week, and
we both kind of gave a sample last week, but not everybody watched that.
So, like, I named my son Luke for a reason.
Starting out hot with the Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker is the first Mount Rushmore for me. Like, he is, to me, he is what made Star Wars. He is what made me fall in love with Star Wars. He is what makes Star Wars for me, which is why I hate Rian Johnson so much for trying to kill him off in The Last Jedi, which was a terrible fucking movie.
Let's try and go fuck himself. Like that movie, the whole fucking company, Kathleen Johnson. You go fuck yourself on Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? We finally find Luke, and then now he's just fucking drinking milk and being a fucking bitch.
That is literally the only Star Wars movie I've ever watched in my life that I walked out of not knowing how I felt about it.
Oh, I know. I mean, you watched it, and we were both like, oh.
We went and watched it, and literally, I was like, I'm gonna have to see this one another time to see if I really feel this way about this movie. Because I don't want to hate a Star Wars movie, but you got the machete order where a lot of people take out Episode 1. My machete order is taking out The Last Jedi, because The Last Jedi was a piece of shit.
I'd say, I mean, you have never even stopped watching like a movie at home without something to say after the movie. No matter what fucking movie it is, we always have something to say. And
we drove Star Wars back to El Dorado silent.
Silent as silent can be, because neither one of us knew what to fucking say after that experience, because we wanted to like it.
I didn't give a good explanation on how long that drive was. We drove 45 minutes silent. And that never fucking happens. Especially right after a brand new Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. After Force Awakens, we were just fucking chatting. Oh, did you see this in this part and this part? Our mind was, we can't wait for this new trilogy. And then Last Jedi came out, and we were so sure that this Last Jedi was going to be the new Empire. It's going to be even better than Force Awakens, and sure enough, it was not. Yeah, my machete order is taking out Rian Johnson. Like, legit, they made what was supposed to be the best movie of the sequel trilogy, the worst movie of the entire fucking franchise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to be like a hater on Episode 1, but after watching Episode 8, I'm like, Episode 1's good. That's
so good movie. We've delved into a rabbit hole because we were talking about Luke Skywalker and we got into talking shit on The Last Jedi. So
because Episode 8 fucked Skywalker over, man. God damn it.
Yes, they did. They fucked Skywalker over. But
my okay, yeah, we'll go into my first Mount Rushmore character, which is good old R2D2. That guy is a ride or die. He's the definition of ride or die, and like it's just unbelievable how loyal he is to his masters. Like as we learn in the prequels, he was loyal to Anakin, and he was heartbroken. And then we see in the original trilogy, he's still kind of a rebel badass and doing his own thing. Yep. Like C-3PO is like an anchor to R2-D2. R2 was
R2's
held
nothing
back
without
by
C-3PO.
And then going into the sequel trilogy, you have like R2 went to like a depression mode to where he just shut himself down because he lost Luke.
And then they found Luke, and he went and like he made the end of Force Awakens, or no?
The end of Last Jedi worthy of like at least having a note. Yeah,
it was the end.
That was the only good thing. That was the only good thing about Last Jedi is R2-D2 turning back on.
I think that's the only thing that Rian Johnson kept of what J.J. Abrams set out the script to be.
I know they should have just had J.J. Abrams do the whole fucking trilogy.
They should because they had to have him come back and do it again, like try to fix it. But no, like R2 was my third honorable mention. Fell just outside of my honorable mentions. So like I approve of this Mount Rushmore.
R2's fucking incredible. Like, and I've watched some of the animated series and stuff like that. He's always a badass in those. He's a no fear, I ride with my people type of fucking droid. And like, and he gives like he makes you feel so many emotions throughout the movies. He make you fucking excited. He make you feel sad. And he doesn't speak a word of English. He just beat boops and whistles.
And I feel like whenever they came out with The Force Awakens, they were trying to mimic that with BB-8, but try and give him some more human-like interactions. Like whenever BB-8 flips the lighter up and is like, "Gotcha, thumbs up."
Mm-hmm. They were trying to get the same love that R2-D2 got.
Right.
BB-8 was cute, and I love BB-8, but he's no R2.
But it's not R2.
He's not R2 because R2 can be both cute and a fucking killer at the same fucking time. So R2-D2 is my number, my first one on my Rushmore.
All right, I got you. So I'll go with my also well-known person on my list for my second Mount Rushmore. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Are we on me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So my second Mount Rushmore is going to be General Kenobi.
What was your first Mount Rushmore?
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, your second. My bad. I just got done celebrating the Thunder game. Give me
like General Kenobi, trained by Qui-Gon.
General Kenobi, not just Obi-Wan, but General Kenobi.
Correct.
Okay.
So General Kenobi was trained by Qui-Gon Jinn, one of the best Grey Jedis that have ever walked the planet. The planets, I guess I should say. Who was also trained by Count Dooku, who was also trained by Yoda.
God damn, the Star Wars is such a weird fucking mix of fucking chaos.
By lineage, General Kenobi was trained by Yoda.
Well, he was more trained by fucking Qui-Gon, I would say.
He was absolutely. And what's one of the funniest lines in the entire thing is whenever, like, Episode 1, Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan's like, well, Qui-Gon believed in this boy. I'm going to train him without the approval of the council if I must. And Yoda's like, Qui-Gon's defiance you don't need.
So Qui-Gon Jinn is in your fucking Mount Rushmore.
No.
All right.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. Not Obi-Wan, like in overall, just General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. Hello there.
You're getting very specific there. You're getting very specific.
Well, don't get me wrong. Obi-Wan Kenobi in general, I guess if that's what you want to put it at, that's fine. But Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Guy. So Obi-Wan is in your top.
But General Kenobi is really my Mount. Like, when it came down to it, if you're plastering the face up there, it's going to be General Kenobi. It's not going to be old Ben. It's not going to be young Ben. Like, it's going to be General Kenobi.
All right. I would argue on your whole like Obi-Wan, but I also have a character in my Rushmore to where it's specific to a certain time. So
all right.
I'm good with that. All right. My number 2 will be good old Chewbacca, baby. Good old Chewie.
Chewie.
It's pretty much the same like I explained with R2. It's he's a ride or die. He's loyal to fucking Han. That's his boy.
Yep.
And watching the backstory and how they even met and stuff like that, it's just like okay. And then watching the death of Han Solo in Episode 7.
Oh, when he
and you get the Chewbacca fucking painful yell.
Man.
That painful yell they did, I was like, oh, that's what broke me. It wasn't Han Solo getting stabbed. It was Chewbacca go, or whatever.
I'm pretty sure we both knew when he went out there that he was getting stabbed.
Yeah. But then both of our hearts broke, though, when Chewbacca yelled.
Yep. That's the only good part of Last Jedi.
And he's had a chance to be loyal to anybody else. We've seen early Chewbacca in the prequels before he ever met Han. He was just fucking Wookiee and Kashyyyk, you know. And then he's with Han, and then Han dies, and he's trying to stay loyal to the rest of the sequel trilogy, but it's still not the same vibe. Like he doesn't really give a shit about them. He was the roll hard, ride or die guy, and I love those people that are just fucking committed, and Chewbacca's just fucking great. Fucking 7-foot fucking carpet with this fucking.
Could you move this walking carpet out of my way?
Yeah.
All of the words.
Yeah, fuck Princess Leia when she said that bitch. Don't disrespect.
I just assumed kiss a Wookiee. I can arrange that.
And then the fact that he'll rip somebody's arms off for losing the game of weird cyber chess, yeah. I'm down with that. So I'm very competitive too.
You called it cyber chess, and now I can't think of the name of it, and that's going to bug me for a minute. It's going to bug me, but that's fine. All right. Okay, so we've got.
Now we're on your number 3, right?
We've both gotten through 2. Now I'm going to start delving into a little deeper.
There was somebody I might even know.
Well, I think you're going to know this one because you said you watched a lot of the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 on my Mount Rushmore is Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka. Of course I know Ahsoka.
I know. So this girl was trained by Anakin.
Ahsoka's in your Mount Rushmore. Wow.
She is. So Ahsoka was the Padawan of Anakin. And
love it.
This girl lived by the Jedi Code. Lived by it. And then it gets to a point where the Jedi Code she followed, and they kicked her out of the Jedi Order for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she became a Grey Jedi. She became a Grey Jedi at that point and continued on. And she legit is one of the best stories in Star Wars. If you do not know about Ahsoka Tano, you need to go.
I've been following the story. Once they started doing the live action Ahsoka show, I went back and made sure I knew the full story of Ahsoka.
So the storyline from Ahsoka,
it's crazy because she's also borderline. She could either went bad or
yeah, she absolutely could have. And
considering her master, yeah.
At the end of the day, with Ahsoka Tano, she followed the Jedi Order to a T and got kicked out. She was going to be let back in, and she walked away from it because she was like, no, you were going to reprimand me for following the code. That means that I can't be a Jedi. And that means, so she went out and became what we'll call what the Grey Jedis are. She became a badass just for, she still followed what she felt the Jedi Code was.
She did. And she went against her own fucking Jedi Master.
Correct.
Which turns out to be fucking Darth.
Right.
Oh, it's so fucking crazy.
But
like bless her heart.
Ahsoka Tano is one of the best stories in Star Wars that most people that have only seen the movies have no idea about.
I know. They should actually go backtrack. And like you don't have to watch the entire fucking anime series, stuff like that. There's literally websites on the internet that will tell you which episodes to watch to follow Ahsoka's story.
Yep.
And then it goes into the live action. And yeah, I'm with you. Their minds will be fucking
right.
Because like that, it is an amazing fucking story. And Rosario Dawson in the live action,
was the perfect.
Yeah,
she was the perfect Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Like even before she got cast, I was like, Rosario Dawson should be cast as Ahsoka Tano if there's ever a live action. And then they cast her, and I was like, oh my god, yes.
It's funny, like, because George Lucas birthed the Star Wars universe, but then we got this post George Lucas era.
Correct.
Give me John Favreau,
and David Filoni. Those are the two.
No, there's no one.
Nope, those are the two.
And Rosario Dawson. I'll jack off all three of their dicks.
But John Favreau and Dave Filoni are the two that did the Star Wars Clone Wars show, and they are the two that should carry on the legacy of Star Wars.
Can you believe that John Favreau, who has been in many movies and stuff like that, has been the savior of Star Wars? Fuck off Kathleen Kennedy. Fucking John Favreau.
Kathleen Kennedy can go rot in a hole. She's a piece of shit.
Right. All right. Well, I will give my number 3, but we also
we'll be right back.
There it is.
All right.
Oh, that was a clap back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave you my 3. What's your 3?
Wait, who was your number 3?
My 3 was Ahsoka Tano.
Oh yeah, good old Ahsoka, that sexy bitch. Okay. My number 3 is Grogu.
Okay.
I love.
Is that because it gets the new age into Star Wars?
It's not even that. It's just of all the Star Wars I've ever watched like that, there's only been one character that has garnished so many different emotions out of me, and it's Grogu.
Yep. All right.
Like obviously, I meet Baby Yoda before we even learn his name. Adorable as shit. So you instantly become protective of him. You have the fucking stormtroopers that are like beating his ass when they're in his fucking satchel,
and they can't shoot a fucking rock.
Yeah, I jumped on my fucking bed. That's the only time I've ever jumped on my bed watching something. Fucking get angry. I'm like, don't you fucking do that to him. Don't you fucking dare hurt him. And then just watch him and on the coos and cots and just his love for his daddy, fucking Daddy Mando. And just that whole storyline between the two. Like supposedly there's still a movie that's gonna come out with Mando and Grogu. Cannot wait for that. Like I'm gonna be fucking
I was kind of disappointed that they made Grogu and Luke have a riff so that he could be with Mando. Like Grogu needs to be that.
Well, Grogu chose between Luke and Daddy Mando.
He chose Mando.
Yeah. Like that. There's never been a Star Wars character that garnered so much emotions. Like I'm always happy when I see him. When people are mean to him, I'm fucking angry, about to punch my TV. He's made me fucking sad because of the fucking breakup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's also made me angry. I'm like, come on, Grogu. He needs your help. Fucking wake your ass up. You got some powers, bitch.
Right.
Don't act like you're actual fucking baby. You're 50 years old. You're good.
Right.
Come on. And just watching him doing his horse spin in his fucking chair and stuff and puking when he's eating cookies. I absolutely love Grogu. No disrespect to Yoda. Great character, but Grogu is my guy. He's the only one that's actually garnished every single emotion that I have.
I got you.
Out of so yeah.
And he haven't even said a word yet.
Yeah, now he just coos and caws, but like a baby. But it doesn't matter if he speaks a word. Chewbacca's never said a word. R2D2's never said a word. So apparently, I don't like Star Wars characters that speak English.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
So,
I am gonna make you give your number 4 before I give my number 4 because I have a few things I want to talk about with my number 4.
Okay, I'll give my number 4. My number 4 is Hayden Christensen's Anakin / Darth Vader.
So, adolescent Anakin.
Yeah, like just Hayden Christensen's portrayal of both Anakin and Darth. Because like he got way too much heat, way too much shit for his performance in the prequel movies from our generation. I thought he's great. Like really when he's like talking about like slaughtering men and women and children and stuff like that, and you hear the fucking Darth Vader theme behind it. He portrayed his fucking emotions so good. And then when he went dark,
I thought Hayden did a good job.
He did an amazing fucking job. And then when it went dark,
the love scenes were awful, but that's just because it was George Lucas. Like Hayden Christensen did a good job.
He did a great job of transitioning from Anakin to Darth too. When he got fucking brainwashed and fucking killed Samuel L. Jackson, like,
well, you knew he was going to become Vader, so like,
right? But the transition into it though, it was so interesting. And then even while he's burning in the lava, I hate you. It's so fucking good, dude. But like, the only reason why he's in my Mount Rushmore though is his performance in the Obi-Wan TV show.
That was good. That was good.
When he does the half fucking, he's talking from Anakin's side, and then he's half talking from Darth Vader's side, and there's the red and blue lights, and he's telling Obi-Wan, "You did not kill Anakin, I killed Anakin," and it was such a fucking good performance. And what I love, because Hayden Christensen got a lot of fucking heat, got a lot of shit back when the prequels came out. But now those kids that watched the prequel movies are now fully grown, and now he's getting his flowers that he well deserves. And you see him at these like fucking Star Wars conventions, stuff like that, and he's getting emotional because he's like, I used to get death threats, now I'm getting nothing but love, and he's just fucking great. I applaud Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen's definitely on my bucket list of people to meet, and I loved his performance in Episode 2, Episode 3, the Obi-Wan series.
Wait, you got to meet him, or he's on your list to meet?
He's on my list to meet. I haven't met him. He's on my list to meet. He's on my bucket list for sure. Long live Hayden Christensen and his Anakin / Darth Vader performance. That is my Mount Rushmore there, sir.
All right, well. My last member of my Mount Rushmore is somebody that's
going to give me a zinger.
Well, you've probably never heard of this guy, but his name is Revan.
Oh, I know Revan. He's like more powerful than Darth Vader, and
so he's from the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
So he started off as a Jedi. He beat the Mandalorian.
They teased Revan in some of the shows. Like they've teased him, but
they've talked about him. His main entrance into the current people that know is the Knights of the Old Republic game, but
is he prequels?
Correct. He was Old Republic, so thousands of years before any of the movies. So Revan started off as a general in the Mandalorian Wars. So the Mandalorians were the only people that ever took the Jedi to a legit war. Okay. And Revan and his buddy Alec were the two that defeated
from the Star Wars lores that I hear and stuff like that. I always hear that Revan was the guy. So then how did he get defeated then?
Well, so they beat the Mandalorians, did that, and then Revan also, with his buddy Alec, who they decided to go check out the Star Forge and go get stupid and turn Sith, and they created an entire Sith empire.
Okay.
So, like Revan is the best of the Jedi, and he's best of the Sith.
So he's on your Mount Rushmore because he was just that guy. He just tops everybody. Like, why is he on your? There's so many fucking characters. Why is Revan, who like 90% of the people that are watching this probably won't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
I bet there's more than that. But like, so for me, Revan is on my list because of the story portrayed in the video game Knights of the Old Republic. In Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords.
Was he a difficult boss to battle?
Well, no, like in Knights of the Old Republic, you played as Revan, but you didn't know it until the end of the game.
Oh, so he started out good and ended up bad.
No, like you started off, you lost your memory, like you don't know where you're at, and it's one of those games.
Oh, he's an amnesia guy.
Right. So you choose whether you play the dark side or the light side. And every choice you make in the game affects whether you're dark or light.
Oh, it's like, those old Judy Blume books or whatever. Choose your path.
But Revan himself led the Jedi to defeat the Mandalorians, but then also went and found the Star Forge and decided to go turn Sith and start the Jedi Civil War.
Okay. That's so give me a recap of your 4.
So the recap of my 4 is
Luke,
Ahsoka, Revan, and General Kenobi.
Wow. And General Kenobi, not Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, I mean, you can call it if you want, but it's General Kenobi.
I'm just saying Obi-Wan Kenobi isn't your goddamn Mount Rushmore. Goddamn it. It's the same guy.
That's fine. You can call it Obi-Wan, but it's General. Because General is one
how
of
many of those?
Hello there.
So how many of those were in any of the trilogies?
2.
You nerd.
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 That's fine.
I mean, I guess Grogu wasn't in any of the fucking trilogies.
He wasn't.
But he's fucking awesome.
He is.
If I could pick anybody to have my back, it'd be Grogu. Absolutely.
Yep.
He gonna fight the battle for me. That little fucking weird baby bastard.
I mean,
I fucking love him to death.
I'm more than happy to delve into a whole lot more Star Wars.
No. We're actually doing perfect timing.
I feel like that we've given our Mount Rushmores.
We will have another Star Wars conversation down the road and on some of the screens.
I am now curious.
The thing is that what I love, like you gave me this idea of Mount Rushmore Star Wars. I don't think we should ever actually review any of the movies. We just need to come up with like ideas like what you did with this one, because obviously we both love Star Wars. So
right, if we review Star Wars, I don't think we're gonna want to release that episode because it's gonna be so long.
Right. So it'll be another. I'll figure out another fun way to do that. Yeah. Oh, next week is my pick.
It is.
I haven't thought about it. Oh no, I didn't think about it. I mean, I have some ones on my list, but I was trying to be creative with it a little bit.
I was getting ready to ask, like, so we're getting ready to close out the episode. What are we doing next week?
I forgot to think about that. So instead of being creative, I'll just go off of my list of double features here. We're gonna go right back and do a double feature.
All right.
I want to do a movie double feature, if that makes any sense. like a movie theater double feature. So I want to do. So you might have to fucking knowing you purchase a movie or two.
That's fine.
But one of them is Matinee, starring John Candy, or not John Candy, John Goodman. My bad.
Hold on, let me write these down. Matinee,
which I've never seen. I've never seen Matinee, so it's gonna be brand new to me too. I've never seen Matinee.
John Goodman.
Yep. Directed by Joe Dante, who directed Gremlins, Piranha.
Okay.
He's Small Soldiers. He's directed some good movies. So that and the 4:30 movie, directed by Kevin Smith. Which I don't expect your mind to be blown by the 4:30 movie, but this Kevin Smith 4:30 movie is literally.
Is there any kind of connection between the two, or just that's what we're doing?
They both involve going to the movies. Like they both involve going to the movies. Like we're going to the movies. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Yeah. That's what the theme is. Let's all go to the lobby. That's what
all right.
This theme is.
We're going to the lobby. We're going to the lobby next week, fellas and ladies.
Think about that. Yeah, we're going to the lobby next week. One movie I haven't seen, the other one, not Kevin Smith's best work, but it's very relatable, and I'm curious to hear Colonel's take on it.
All right.
So, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, I have been the Colonel, and that has been Mr. Fay.
I am Darth Fay.
Darth Fay.
That doesn't have a ring to it.
No,
Jedi Fay.
No.
I am Fay Vader.
And you have been part of the Sons of Screams podcast. We are going to sign off now because it is time to go.
See you next week. Go fuck yourself. I don't know my mouse. Here we go.